Thank you for choosing to watch this video for Learning is Personal, Personalized Pathway. This visual shows the difference between traditional instruction and individualized instruction. In traditional instruction, teachers deliver the information. Basically, all students receive the same amount of time. Time is fixed. So all students are receiving the same amount of information through the teacher, and typically the product is the exact same. In the individualized instruction, our focus is to provide different inputs, technology, instruction, books, the educational system, or experts in the field, provide different varying amounts of time because we know students learn at different learning rates. Some don't need additional time, while some need more time. But then the way they demonstrate their learning can come in a lot of different formats. So there's a variety of inputs and a variety of outputs to learning. The team came up with some guiding principles for our personalized pathway. I'm going to go into more detail about these on each one of the slides, but basically providing an individual need and choice, building a community of learners, providing a variety of learning tasks, flexibility to meet the needs of our students, interdisciplinary teaming. We want to teach learner habits such as study skills, time management, organization, and then focus on grades as a measure of a student's understanding and mastery of the grade level standards. The culture of the personalized pathway, much like that of AMS, will focus on building a community of learners. We will have a fully trained team in the personalized pathway for capturing kids' hearts. That way we'll have more consistent practices that are shared amongst that team so that 110 to 125 students can have greater level of consistency amongst these teachers. And that team conference will allow us to discuss your students' strengths and weaknesses and have greater, stronger communication with parents. If you'd like to see more information about capturing kids' hearts online, here are some of the practices you may read about. The learner habits. We believe it's very important to explicitly teach these learner habits to students for studying and preparation and how to ask questions. So we will purposefully integrate AVID principles into the instruction for the personalized pathway. Also, you'll hear about this more, but we'll provide a flex time, additional time, so we can teach students these academic and behavioral needs such as studying, finding a point of confusion where you're struggling. So specific time will be provided for learner habits. Instruction, I would like you to come to some of our parent informational meetings where we can speak more about this, and our teachers will speak more specifically about what instruction will look like. But in general, we want to be able to provide a variety of learning tasks. We'll teach all instruction at a pre-AP level and support other students with additional time and support. We want to have more individual coaching conferences with students to meet their individual needs. And we want to teach project-based learning, which is basically taking the skills and the understandings they have and applying it in a problem-solving form that kind of connects with the community and a real-life problem. We understand that traditional grading in our traditional system has one grade attached to one subject, and you may be congratulating child or having additional questions. And we believe that we can support your child with a greater detail in grades so you can help your child on where to improve and then providing resources for that. Here is just a typical report card with a list of assignments, whether it's formative or practice or summative and test. And you can look at the grades and you can say whether your child is doing well or not. You may ask your child, what happened on this quiz? What do you need additional help? But as a parent, you may say you need to go to tutoring because you don't know exactly what the child needs to work on. On this particular child's report card in social studies, they get an 85, and you may say that's good, but you don't know really how to act on it or how to improve. In the future, we would like a report card to look like this, and this is the vision for the next couple years, that we would group it by standard. So you can see 8.4a, 8.4b, and 8.4c. You can see in 8.4a the child started well but struggled. 8.4b, they are needing improvement. And then 8.4c, that they're either mastering or proficient in this area. So now you can say that a child needs additional help in 8.4a and 8.4b, but has mastered 8.4c. So just these additional colors and information allows you and your child to have additional information of where to improve. And the vision is you will be able to access these resources online. In measuring and communicating learning, what we just spoke about, that is called mastery learning, standards-based grading, or competency-based learning. We want to make sure we measure learning by TEKS. We communicate this understanding by colors so that we can tell your child at what mastery level they're doing. But then this is the key, that grades are actionable so that you can help your child, or you can point them to resources available online or at school or during that flex time during the day to help them answer this question, what can I do to improve? Because it's all about mastery of the learning. So a big part of the personalized pathway is providing additional time each day during the school day for either enrichment, they already know it, but they're going to get additional time, or they get additional time to intervene. So we would like to provide additional time to meet the individual needs of our students. And there will be flexible instructional time, space, and grouping. So teachers can share students, that students can work in collaborative groups on different assignments. But we were going to call this flex time, about 50 minutes per day where they get additional time to work on things they're struggling in, where their needs improvement or approaching proficiency, or they're enriching by doing leisure reading, Genius Hour type projects, or something that the instructional team has come up with. But this will be embedded during the day. We also see opportunities where teachers are coaching students on how to get additional help, but also how to use that heat map, how to use those colored grade books to identify where they're struggling and where they can get additional help. So there's a lot of different options that can take place during the flex time. Small group instruction, online support, Genius Hour, study groups, teaching avid learner habits, reading a Just Right book. But these are just some of the things on how we'll use that extra time. And this would only be available during the personalized path. What we'd like to do is we're going to have future parent meetings, and if you would like to receive newsletters on when we're updating the website, we have new information. What you'll want to do is you'll want to click on this personalized path email communication, which is on our website. And then we also, if you're interested in having your child enrolled in this personalized pathway, you'll want to fill out this 2018-2019 personalized path interest form. Let me show you how to do that. You will go to our website, you will click on information, you'll go to incoming sixth graders under the information tab, and then you'll come up to this website, and we've got a little bit of information, but you can scroll down here and you can see this is where you express interest in being a part of the personalized path, or this is where you would like to get information on a regular basis. I'm not going to go through it, but we've got a calendar, we've got some documents, articles and videos that you can access, and frequently asked questions. And if you need to contact one of us, you can click on the Contact tab. Here are some of the dates for the future informational parent meetings. Monday, March 19th from 6:30 to 7:30. Our goal is to have this session also broadcast live online, and we will have that broadcast link on that same website. Monday, March 26th, 2:30 to 3:30, we'll have a live webinar format, which will be primarily a short presentation, but mostly question and answer from parents. And then on Tuesday, April 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. These dates have been updated. We wanted to provide some more opportunities for parents to be present since we're losing a week of parent information during spring break. The deadline to submit the interest form is basically almost midnight on Sunday, April 8th. I'm sorry, that should be 11:59 p.m. That's almost midnight, Sunday, April 8th. In mid-April, we're going to have more information that will be led by the teachers on what the instruction will look like. First week in May, we're going to do a random selection. I'll talk about that in just one second. And basically the demographics of the entire school of AMS, we want that entire demographics to align in the personalized pathway. I'll talk more information about selection at the informational meeting. So finally, in mid-May, we'll make our final commitments. We'll be basically letting parents know that if you were selected, if you're one of the 110 to 120 students that expressed interest and were selected, that your child would be selected, and then you would make a final commitment. Just a few more comments before we close out for this video is that all instruction would be in a pre-AP format, and We will have students with ELL, we will have special ed, we will have students that typically